Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the shop. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you coming. It's been a long time. I know it has been a very, very long time, and I'm sorry about that, but all I can really say is sometimes life gets in the way and keeps us from doing the fun things we like to do. Well, it's the first day of autumn here in the Ozark Mountains. As you can see right on cue, some of the leaves are starting to change their colors already. Got a little bit of red in there. Don't know how well it's going to show up on the camera, but got some yellows. But like I said, it's first day autumn, cold and rainy. Well, a lot of you have been asking about what's going on with the concession trailer rebuild, and it has been progressing. I just haven't been videoing it, making any videos of it. So let me show you where we're at and give you an update. Back up here a little bit because I've got this camera panned all the way out, but that's the front of it right there. And I will take you in a little closer and show you what's going on and what we've gotten done and what we still got to do. I was kind of hoping that I was going to have it ready to go by the Arkansas State Fair next month, but definitely not going to make it. This is the back wall right here. That window is in. That window I salvaged out of the old part of the trailer. That's aluminum siding on there. Actually, just sheet aluminum. Really, we're going to put a wrap on it. A lot to do to get it ready before we go wrap it, though. Got these corners trims on here. Come in and see how well that shows up. It's just a piece of angle iron, but I've got to clean all this this glue, and not glue, but putty, water sealant putty below these screws to help seal it, make it watertight. That's all got to get cleaned off and trimmed off. And before we put the wrap on, this yellow you see here is a spray-on contact cement that the aluminum is put on with over plywood, and then we put these screws on. So I got to clean all that off before the wrap goes on too. Put that aluminum angle iron around the wheel wells also. Back up, maybe you can see it a little better. You see it going all the way around, trims out the wheel well kind of nicely, not bad. That's some aluminum flashing on the inside of the wheel well plywood, and then I sprayed it with some black car underbody treatment. That's the window. Still have a lot to do in that yet. It fit from the inside out instead of the outside in, which kind of bummed me a little bit, but I made this piece of trim as a back out so you can see it a little better. Made this piece of trim here that I'm going to put on there. I have to make a long one. This was just an experiment to see if it would work or not, but that'll go on and trim this out and seal it up. This is some flashing tape to seal the water from penetrating in, but right now it's all running. Rainwater's hitting on this and running underneath the window and getting wet inside. So I got to get this trim here done, screwed on, and then seal this top edge. But that'll go all the way around the window eventually. So let me take you in the front and show you what it's going to look like. Alright, this is the hitch, of course, obviously, and the front door. This jack is going to come off. I'm going to get rid of it, and I'm going to put a jack on this side that'll be a pivoting type. There's going to be braces or jacks at each four corners to level the trailer out when we set up. So what I'll do when we park it and set up, I'll level it, put it on the jack stands, and then get the hitch out of here, the jack that'll be here, folded out of the way. This is the bottom of the front door. Along here somewhere I'm going to have a deck attached with a hinge that'll fold up against the door here when we're traveling, and then when we get set up it'll fold down. It'll make a little deck, and over on this side there'll be a little step coming off of that deck. So you'd step up, open the door, which is hinged on this right hand side here. You can see the hinges there, and then you'll step to the inside of the trailer. Turning to the right side here, this is a little pocket where the refrigerator will be, and above the refrigerator will be a shelf with storage for personal items, you know, ladies' purses, jackets, sweaters, hats, whatever. Now I'm thinking this plug here, I'm probably gonna wire it or put a USB type of plug in there so you can charge devices and stuff. Over on this side, this is where the 4 sinks will be, along here, probably to the edge of this service window. And 4 sinks are required by the food code. Underneath the cabinet for the 4 sinks, down in this area here, will be the water tank, the gray water tank, hot water heater, and pump when I'm on not on city water. Of course, that plug right there will be underneath the cabinet. That'll be for the water heater. Up here on this side, this will be the switch for the lights. There's going to be a shelf right about here with a microwave oven, so this will power the microwave, and then up here will be an upper cabinet for storage. Along this wall here, which is the actual front of the trailer, along this wall all the way down above the window will just be an open shelf for product storage, bagged up popcorn and pork skins. And then of course this big window here, which is 8 foot long, there'll be 2 service windows, one on each side, and the window in the middle will be a fixed window. This service window here will slide up so you can deal with the customers, and the same on the other end. There'll be a cabinet here, cash register in the middle, storage underneath. Pretty basic, pretty simple. On the back side here, this stainless steel paneling I've got, wall sheets of stainless steel I've got up. This is where the fryers are going to sit, right here. 2 fryers side by side, and of course back up here, and I'm going to try to back up to try to get it. You can see where the framing is wide open there for the roof. This is where the hood goes, the vent hood that sits up here. And of course this stainless steel doesn't go all the way up because the vent hood is stainless steel, and the bottom of it comes down to about this point here, comes across, and then it kind of angles up like so. And there'll be a cabinet from the wheel well. This is the back of the inside of the wheel well where the tires are. There'll be a counter all the way down here towards the back, and this will be prep area. These 2 plugs right here are each on an individual circuit, so that if we ever want to increase our menu later on and use electric type cookers like an electric skillet or something like that, we can plug them in. Being on 2 separate circuits, we shouldn't be popping circuits all the time, overloading it, since those take a lot of juice. So this will be, like I said, this will be the prep area right here, counter. Down at this end of the counter, you can see all this bundle of wire coming down here. At the end of this counter here on the end wall is where the electrical panel will be. Underneath, or behind, inside that, underneath the counter, is going to be a fixed storage locker for the power cord that will pull through the wall somewhere out here. Just like a travel trailer, you pull the cord out of the wall and plug it in, and when you're not using it, you just push it back into that storage locker. And all this wire will come down over the top of that storage locker, be sealed off so it can't fall down in there to get tangled with the power cord, and then they'll go over into the panel box to the circuit breakers. This back, let me get back in here into the front a little bit and show you the back. It's kind of wide open, as you can see. Now I'm going to go outside and show you inside. Point inside so you can I can describe to you what's going to happen here. This is going to be 3 doors here. This upper door, which will be about 4 foot down from the top, will be hinged along the top all the way across, and we'll open up on that hinge to create a little roof. It'll be on gas shocks and also have a fixed bar for safety reasons. These 2 bottom doors, which are going to be about 3 foot tall, there's 2 of them. They'll hinge over on each side. So they'll open up, swing out. The roof will be up first, then you swing these out. Then along this bottom here, I'm going to have hinged a floor that will fold down out to this area here. Again, about 4 foot, maybe not quite 4 foot deep. I'm not sure yet. Haven't come up with the exact dimensions on that yet. And on that floor will be a back panel that will fold up this way to create a back wall. So it'll be a little porch area with a pony wall, which is short walls, and then the roof overhead, and then I can close in if I have to with screening, which will increase the trailer length by about 3 to 4 feet. And that's where the kettle will sit for cooking the popcorn. The kettle corn. People love to see the popcorn being cooked and it flying out of the kettle when you're stirring away and cooking up each pot, and so I still want that kind of visible. So that's why I'm putting this deck out here for the kettle corn. This is the front side. As you can see, it's all aluminum and trimmed out. We're having a wrap put on the aluminum that'll have all the graphics on it, and we still have to sit down with the graphics designer to figure that out. But again, all this waterproofing material needs to be trimmed off and cleaned off so it looks kind of like I've already done this edge right here, so it'll look good right there, clean and neat. So that's about where we're at. Still a lot to do. The roof is on. The roof is a EPDM membrane roof that's glued down up there. Eventually I will put in an air conditioner, probably not till next summer. Like I said, I was hoping to have this done by the Arkansas State Fair this year, which is next month, October, but it's not going to be. I'm really going to start working hard on it again and try to get it done for our first show of 2019, which is in the third weekend of January. Still a lot to go, as you can see. But a lot of you have been asking what's been going on with the trailer, and well, that's where it's at right now. A long way to go, but we're getting there. I'm starting to see light at the end of the tunnel. As soon as I get this watertight, get this front service window in, which I'll probably order after the state fair. I've already got the aluminum on order for these back doors, so I can get them made. I've got the front door partly made. I'm going to try to get it finished this weekend, but I don't know that I will. I made it a little too big, so I got to trim it down. But I'd like to get it on and hung, so at least that makes that front watertight. Slowly get it watertight, then I'll start closing up the inside. I'm going to put 1/4 inch paneling on top of the framing, and then on the walls, the finished material will be a white FRP, which is fiberglass reinforced plastic. It's restaurant grade material, approved for use in restaurant walls. Cleans up real easy. The roof, I'm probably going to put 1/4 inch plywood on the joists, and then over that I'll probably just put a 1/4 or 1/8 inch masonite board that's painted white. Easy to clean, sealed, keeps bacteria from growing because it's easy to clean. And there'll be 3 lights in here. You see the wire loop here for a light, here for a light. These will serve the front window. This one serves the front window, then the back work area. This is a future air conditioner where it's going to go, and that's really just going to be for the people working the service window. And then another light back here between the refrigerator, which is there, and the sinks over here. And put LED lighting in, which is supposed to be long lasting. We'll see. Well, that's about it. I don't know what else to explain to you. Just kind of give you some, for those of you who want details of how I've done things. There's the metal. See if I can get my fingers in there. There's the metal 1.5 by 3 metal tubing cage that I built around it. There's what's left exposed of the metal posts. Everything else is just 1.5 inch 2x material. I took 2x8s and ripped them down to 1.5 by 1.5 for the studding. And believe it or not, this has all just been done. This is all less than a year old, really, but I've already got those dang boring bees. I don't really know what they're called. Drilling holes in there. That really ticked me off. I had a heck of a time killing him and getting him out of there. But had birds had a bird nest up in this corner. Had to take out. Yeah, I've been dragging my feet on it, and Mother Nature's trying to take over, but we got it. It's going. For all of you who've been asking, I appreciate the comments. I appreciate all the new members, subscribers that we have. We're up to just over 300 now, so I really appreciate each and every one of you people who have subscribed to my channel. It's heartwarming. What's not so heartwarming is some of the negative comments that we get, but you know what? There's negative people everywhere, so I just got to learn to deal with that. But that's it, you guys. That's the trailer upgrade. I will try to get better about keeping the videos coming a little bit more frequently and not taking long breaks in between them. Again, I apologize for the long period of no videos. Some of you have even made comments about my health, something happened to me. Did I fall off the planet? No, I didn't. I'm still here. I've just been plugging away. Like I said, life gets in the way. Lots have happened this last 18 months that have made me have to cut back on a few things and pull in the reins a little bit and slow down. And it takes time making these videos. It really does, and that was one thing I kind of had to put on hold a little bit. Anyway, for now, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it, and we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.